Hello and welcome to the Montana Post-Secondary Educational Opportunities Council Virtual College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event today. My name is Jennifer and I'll be your facilitator for this event. We have some fantastic schools and programs that I'm so excited for you to hear about. However, before we get started, I have a few housekeeping announcements. Your camera and your microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. This is just one of many different sessions that are happening, so be sure to check the schedule on the website. We hope that you are going to join us for another round, and you've already enjoyed some presentations earlier today as well. And just so you know, this presentation, as well as all the presentations, are being recorded. So you can watch it again, share with family and friends, and check out other sessions in the coming week. The presentation recordings will be at that same website where you register, strivescan.com/Montana virtual. Oh, I wanted to add another note about that Q&A. You can direct your questions to a specific school if there is something you want to know from one of these representatives or follow up on from their presentation, or you can leave a question for all of the representatives to answer. Either way works. If you are looking to direct your questions to a specific school, include the name, and then the representative will know you want to hear from them. All right, well, I'm really excited to introduce our first school and get us started. So we're going to be kicking it off today with Idaho State University.
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, and I'll tell you when it's in present mode. There you go, Tori, take it away.
Perfect, thank you guys. Hi, my name is Tori, and I'm your admissions advisor for Idaho State University. Just in case you don't know, Idaho State University is located in southeastern Idaho. And this is a picture of the top of our campus, just to give you an idea of what ISU looks like. So Idaho State University has a few different campuses. So our Pocatello campus is going to be our main campus. And so that's where about 9,000 of our students are going to be. However, we also have campuses in Idaho Falls, Meridian, and Twin Falls, but undergraduate work is primarily done at the Pocatello campus. We are a doctoral research institution. Basically, what that means is you're going to have research opportunities no matter what major you go into. I know a lot of the times people think research is focused on the sciences, but no matter what you go into, there's research opportunities for you. We also have 250 different degree and certificate options, not including any of the minors that we offer. So that's the most degree and certificate options that are offered in Idaho. So you have a lot of different options when you come to ISU. We are the Health Science Institute for the state of Idaho. So we have a ton of different health science programs. Basically anything that you can think of regarding the health sciences, we're going to have at ISU. So as far as student life, we have over 150 different clubs and organizations. These range from things like cultural organizations, Greek life, and then student government as well. We also have 13 NCAA Division I teams, including football, men's and women's basketball, men's and women's soccer, volleyball, tennis, and all of those events are free for ISU students. We're part of the Big Sky Conference, and so that's just a really good way to get involved in student life. And then we also in Pocatello are surrounded by mountains. So there's tons to do as far as the outdoors in Pocatello, including hiking, mountain biking. We have ski hills that are just about 20 minutes away, rock climbing, hunting. Like I said, anything you can think of, we have it in Pocatello. We are just about 2 hours away from West Yellowstone and then about 2 hours away from Salt Lake City. So location-wise, you're in a really good place with a lot of different things for you to do. Idaho State University is part of the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program, also known as the WUI. So basically what that is that students who are residents of any of the participating states on this screen, Montana included, will receive reduced tuition of 150%. So you're paying in-state tuition and a half. At ISU, that comes to be about $12,000 a year. So it really cuts down your tuition cost. And it just makes it really easy for students who want to go out of state to do it in a more affordable way. And I'll go over kind of what our tuition costs are going to look like on the next slide. So for tuition costs, so if we're looking at the non-resident slide, typical non-resident tuition is about $25,000. However, if you get the Western Undergraduate Exchange, it brings it to about $12,000, like I said. All that you have to do to be eligible for the WUI is have a 3.0 GPA and then also apply to ISU by February 15th of your senior year. However, we also have in this last column the NRTW, which stands for the non-resident tuition waiver. And basically, if you have a 3.5 GPA or above and apply to ISU by February 15th, you'll automatically be considered for this, and it brings your tuition costs down to in-state tuition. So you wouldn't be paying any out-of-state tuition fees. So again, that just makes it more affordable for out-of-state students to come into Idaho and study. If you live on campus, you will also obviously have to have a meal plan. And so with those two things, we have about $3,000 for your room and then about $3,500 for your meal plan. We have 3 different residence halls on my campus, 2 traditional style where you have 2 people to a room. And then the other one is more apartment style. So it just offers a little bit of variety there. As far as our meal plans go, we do have different options, but this meal plan right here is our least expensive one and also the most popular one that students end up choosing. But like I said, there's different options if you want to see what's going to work best for you. As far as books and supplies, we estimate that it's going to be about $1,100. So you can kind of see on this last column, the last bottom slide, the cost for your room, your board, your books and supplies, and then your tuition. Like I said, with the WUI and the NRTW, you're going to be looking at significant tuition reduction costs. So it's going to be really nice if you can get those. Just make sure you apply to ISU by February 15th. And how to apply. So if you just go to isu.edu/apply, you can fill out our application. It takes 10 to 15 minutes. It's nothing too complicated. Typically, students, like I said, take about 15 minutes to do it. It's just a way for us to get to know you, to get to know what you're interested in studying. You do have to pay a $50 application fee in order for your application to be submitted. Once you've submitted your application, you have to send in official high school transcripts. Your counselor or the registrar at your school can help you get those sent in to us either electronically or through the mail, but they do have to be official from your high school. And then as far as test scores, Idaho State University is test optional, so we will not be requiring test scores. However, if you've taken the SAT or ACT, send those scores in to us because they help us place you into different math and English classes. So we do offer campus visits. So we offer them Monday through Friday from 9 to 4. These are personalized campus visits that you can schedule online. I also do personal appointments. You can schedule that online as well if you want to meet with me over Zoom or over the phone, just to talk to me one-on-one. We also have Experience Idaho State University coming up this Saturday, October 30th. This is a completely virtual event that you can register for. And again, just learn a little bit more about Idaho State University, visit with different departments, visit with housing and financial aid, and just get a feel of what ISU is going to be like without actually having to come to campus. And then lastly, I just wanted to share my contact info with you guys. My cell phone and email are the best way to contact me, so feel free to text me anytime. And then you can also contact me in the chat on this webinar. I'll be here for the next 45 minutes and would love to hear from you guys.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Tori, for presenting on Idaho State and starting us off as the first presentation today. All right, we're on to our next school. We're going to be hearing all about the University of Idaho.
Hello, everyone. Does my screen look okay? Sound good?
Yes, all good.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here with us today and taking time. My name is Roseville. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm the Assistant Director for Admissions at the University of Idaho. Today, I'm going to be talking to you about our wonderful university. So first things first, we are located in Moscow, Idaho. As you can see on the map on your screen, we're only about 5 hours from Boise, 5 from Seattle, 6 hours from Portland. So we're really in a central location. We do have our main residential campus, which is Moscow. That's around 11,000 students strong. We also have research centers in Idaho Falls, Twin Falls, and in Boise. Those centers are mostly for graduate and PhD students and some undergraduate students who may be doing research together. So it's a really nice way to get around the state and really help with a lot of issues. The University of Idaho is the flagship institution for the state of Idaho. We were ranked with US News and World Report as one of the most affordable colleges in the West in 2021 and 22. Right now, our student to faculty ratio is 16:1, so you'll still get those smaller classroom sizes with the feel of a big university. We were founded in 1889. Fun fact, we were founded 1 year before the state of Idaho actually got its charter, so we're 1 year older than the state itself. We do have students from all 50 states represented on campus and 59 countries, with a strong international population that come from mostly our engineering programs and direct entry art and architecture programs. We do have a major for everyone. Envisioning your path can be very easy at the University of Idaho. We have over 96 majors to choose from, both certificate programs, and we also have grad and PhD programs that you can choose from. Most of our majors are going to fall under one of these categories. That's going to be agriculture, art and design and business, communications, education, which is secondary education, engineering, which is our direct entry engineering program with about 7 emphasis and concepts focused in that program. With the direct entry engineering program, you do start off taking engineering classes freshman year, which is just a great way to find out if engineering is going to be for you. They'll talk about the courses, the different disciplines, and they'll talk about the rigors of being an engineering major. We also have health programs, as we are a part of the WAMI program, where we partnership with other states as well to provide students with really good opportunities in the health fields. That could be pre-med, pre-dental, almost any pre-allied health major that you can think of, we have at the University of Idaho, in addition to our undergraduate degree program within medical sciences that we also offer. We also offer majors in language and writing, performing art. One of the notable majors under performing art is our dance program. Our dance program is a little unique in that it doesn't only focus on the performance aspect of dance, but on the science part of dance, the movement of the human body. So it's a pretty interesting major to look at. And then of course, we're really well known for our natural resources majors, and that's going to be in agriculture, that'll be animal science, fisheries, it could be range management and those types of things. We do have over 170 plus organizations on campus. We are a D1 institution, a part of the Big Sky Conference, so we have D1 athletics on campus. One thing to note about our organizations, if you can't find one that you like, you can always start your own. It's a great way to leave your legacy at the University of Idaho and being a part of our Vandal family. We do have funding through student government to start up those organizations, so if you just can't find something that fits for you, then we can definitely make one. We're also part of the outdoor program, so we have Vandal Ventures every year where our students can go on rafting trips or skiing trips or snowboarding trips, since we're surrounded by beautiful nature in Moscow. We are also part of the WUI tuition program. The WUI tuition program you can see on your screen here is automatic for any student who gets accepted to the University of Idaho. As long as you are accepted and coming from one of the WUI states, then you will automatically be considered for this. There is no separate application to apply for WUI and no other requirements other than acceptance. So as long as you're accepted, then you qualify for WUI tuition. You can qualify and keep WUI tuition for all 4 years that you are at the University of Idaho. So how do you apply to the University of Idaho? We make it very, very simple for you all. It's one application. We do not require an essay. The University of Idaho is also test blind, so we do not require test scores in order to be accepted to the university. The only thing we require is your application. Once you submit your application, then we will need a high school transcript in order to determine acceptance. And once acceptance is determined, then you'll get your award letter that shows WUI on there if you're coming from one of the WUI territories. So like I said, it's automatic. We do offer other types of scholarships that you can apply for, whether those departmental scholarships. We also offer some institutional scholarships and aid, some of those looking like housing waivers or even Vandal Venture scholarships. So the best way to be considered for all of those scholarships is just applying before our party deadline, which is December 1. I also like to note that our deadline is not a final deadline. We are rolling admission school, so we can still accept applications all the way up to August. So don't feel like if you miss the December 1 deadline that you can't apply. You can definitely still apply to the institution and be considered for scholarships. We just put that deadline out for any student who's looking to apply and that wants to be considered for any other scholarships. That is going to be outside of just the WUI scholarship. We are also doing tours on campus. If you wanted to come by campus, we offer Saturday tours. We also offer group tours. Right now with our COVID-19 protocol, our group tours are not very large in size. So if you wanted to get in on a Saturday tour, definitely making that appointment very early on is the best way to do that. We also have new student events that are coming up in the spring. Envision for some of our students who would like to come onto campus, who are looking at the University of Idaho and want to see what it feels like to be on campus. You can definitely register for one of those. Your main contact for the University of Idaho is going to be Matthew Johnson. He unfortunately couldn't make it with us today, but Matt will be your primary contact. If you have any questions about wanting to visit campus or any further questions about admissions, Matt is your guy. So make sure you write down his information. And if you don't write it down fast enough, I'll be happy to put that in the chat. So thank you so much for being here with us today. And I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. Thanks so much.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Roosevelt, for presenting on the University of Idaho. Just a quick reminder to our attendees, don't forget to keep an eye on the chat, as the representatives mentioned, where they will be putting some of their contact information, and you can also use the Q&A to ask questions at any time throughout the presentation. All right, as you can see, we are on to our third school, and we're going to be learning more about Pacific Lutheran University.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Cassandra Capriva. I'm an Associate Director of Admission here at PLU in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. So where PLU is located is actually just about 45 minutes south of Seattle in Tacoma, Washington. So we're in a suburb of Tacoma called Parkland. The images you see on my screen here are actually of our downtown Tacoma. And one thing I love about our Tacoma location in general is how accessible it is in the Pacific Northwest. So it is, 45 minutes to Seattle, 2 hours to Portland, about 2.5 hours, 3 hours up to Canada, an hour to the coast, an hour to mountains. So within, 2 hours, you can be hiking, biking, you can go skiing, you can be at the ocean, and there's just so much to offer within Tacoma. But at the same time, our campus still feels really small and quiet. So as we're talking about our community, PLU is actually a pretty small university. We're a private liberal arts university. We have less than 3,000 students total, and this does include graduate students. So there's actually only about 300 of those. So it's a pretty small university with an average class size of about 20 and a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Our school is very hands-on. We really want to get to know our students. It's an environment where you can raise your hand and your professor is going to know your name. There's a lot of opportunities for mentorship and advising and just really cool ways to continue to connect with your faculty as you grow in your academic career. We are 33% first generation. We identify 38% of our overall student body identify as a student of color, and our average incoming weighted GPA is a 3.7. And those are just small statistics that make up who we are as a community. But as a whole, we have a lot of really cool things that happen at PLU. So part of that is our academic programs. At PLU, we have 44 different majors, 54 different minors, and we're really well known for our health science programs. We have an 80% first-time acceptance rate in medical school, 79% first-time acceptance rate into dental school. We also do really well in some of our social sciences like criminal justice and psychology. We have some fabulous arts programs with about 1/4 of our students participating in the fine arts in general, but excellent programs in music performance, and theater. Our School of Business is an internationally ranked program with AACSB accreditation. And our education and kinesiology program offer opportunities for student teaching, clinical hours, and a lot of internship experience as a whole. Our School of Nursing is by far our most competitive program, but also one of our top programs at PLU in general. And our interdisciplinary programs are some really cool side programs that I'm happy to talk about if you have any of those questions down the line. When we talk about our different community aspects, athletics are a huge part of those as well. We have 19 varsity athletic sports and we're Division III. As you can see listed on the screen are listed all of our sports, but we do also have a really robust outdoor recreation program that takes students on different excursions every weekend. We have club sports, we have intramural sports. There's tons and tons of ways to be active, but there's also over 70 different clubs and organizations here at PLU. Everything from academic clubs that support you as you pursue your major and your future career to cultural clubs and support clubs. We also, of course, like any normal college, have a ton of just for fun clubs, knitting club, hammocking club, etc. But at PLU, we find our students are people who do a lot of different things. It's very normal to be a business major on the football team and in the a cappella group, or to get really good at side club card magic, right? Random things like that. But our students are really involved and try lots of different things. And it's one of my favorite parts of campus. Our students are also really fond of studying abroad. We're ranked nationally for our program. About half of our students choose to study away at PLU in general. Every year we send hundreds of students abroad. We are unique in that we don't limit how many times you study away or really when you study away. So you are able to study away as early as January term of your first year at PLU, whether that's through a PLU program, a gateway program, or an approved program. There's over 200 different options for you to choose from. So if you have a passion or interest in studying internationally, PLU is a fantastic school for that program. Now, as we jump into admission, PLU is free to apply. We have 4 priority decision dates, the 15th of October, November, December, and January, and you can absolutely apply after that. We're looking at a transcript, a letter of rec, an essay, and your application in general, but we are also a test optional school. So if you're interested in PLU or a private university in Washington, this is a great opportunity and a great school to just kind of check out. We also have fantastic scholarships with 99% of our students receiving financial aid. Our academic scholarships, and this isn't even totally correct, I forgot to update this. Our academic scholarships are actually anywhere from $6,000 to $32,000 per year. And it's based solely off of academic performance. We also offer a presidential scholarship, which is a competitive scholarship, which is $34,000 up to full tuition. We offer a visit scholarship if you come visit us in your senior year. We offer fine arts scholarships, which are audition-based, as well as alumni referral scholarships, and so much more. We also offer a lot of not gift and need-based aid, with our average offer being right around $44,000 last year. So lots of opportunities for financial aid. Now, as you start to think about visiting, some things that I want to keep in mind is that we do have a fall preview day coming up on November 11th. And as a private university, it's something to know is that you don't need the WUI to apply or a WUI to change your financial aid. Our financial aid stays the same as a private university one way or the other. So hopefully if you're interested in PLU, my contact information's here. You can do the want to learn more, and thanks. That's it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Cassandra, for sharing all about Pacific Lutheran. We're moving on to our next school, and that will be Northwest University. We're seeing the screen, which is great. Just looking for.
Right. Perfect.
There you are.
Hello,
Great, Tyler.
everyone. My name is Tyler, and I'm representing Northwest University. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am a recent alumni from Northwest, and I'd love to just share with you some of my experience and a little bit more of Northwest. Starting with our mission statement. Let's see here. If I can. Perfect. Will it change? Sorry. All right, there we are. So, Northwest University, we are a distinguished Christian university, and this is our mission statement that says, "We the people of Northwest University carry the call of God by continually building a learning community dedicated to spiritual vitality, academic excellence, and empowered engagement with human needs." So I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit more of those three main pillars here, starting with spiritual vitality. So we are a distinctly Christian university, which means that everything that we do on campus, whether it's with academics or just student engagement, we all incorporate our faith or spiritual formation, strengthening theology. So this is just all a lot of who we are in a campus, is just helping you guys be disciples and continue to grow further, both in faith and just in character. Since we are a distinct Christian university, that does mean that we require chapel. So ways we require that is not as a class, we require it as spiritual life credit. So ways of doing that is chapel, which is on built into your schedules on Wednesdays and Fridays. We also have pursuit nights, which is a great opportunity just to go and worship. It's a worship night for about an hour and a half. It's a lot of fun. It's like going to a mini concert almost every week. And then it's a great place to just pray, reflect, and just prepare for the oncoming week. My personal favorite, I love going with a group of friends or a group of guys from our floor. And then we have life groups. Life groups are a great way just to build community and get to know others on your floor or around campus in general. And great opportunity just to continue to build that community that we try to set up for you already once you get onto campus. And then our students continue that themselves, which is just a really cool opportunity. And there's all sorts of different opportunities for you guys to be able to get involved or engaged with campus ministries and either join our worship team or be part of our prayer committee or mission outreach team, which is just a super cool opportunity to kind of just take on that leadership position, or either help out in like the tech industry for like sound booth or changing the slides for media, something like that. There's all sorts of different ways to get involved with campus ministries. Let's see here. Otherwise, academic excellence. So our student to faculty ratio is 10:1, and our average class size is about 17 students. So it's really cool. I personally loved this aspect just because we are a smaller university. You're able to have that one-on-one attention from your professors. You're able to get to know them. You're able to get to know the others in your class as well. So this is just a wonderful opportunity to be able to just dive deeper into the subjects or have those conversations you might not be able to have when you have a larger class size. But one thing I want to talk about is our faculty. Our faculty, they're experts in their field. They really know what they're talking about. They've either worked in that industry for 10 years or potentially taught it for 10 plus years, which is really cool opportunity just to get their knowledge. I had a professor that she came from a corrections facility and brought all of her resources from that, how she went from having her facility kind of a mediocre level to bringing it to one of the top in the region. And she brought all of those resources into her HR management class or human resources class. And it was just amazing to get that personal story or that experience that she had and bring them into our classroom. So it's really cool, and it's an awesome opportunity just to be able to have that hands-on material or actual case study, different stuff like that, to be able to just engage in the environment, which is really cool. Otherwise, our professors care for you more than just another name on the roster. They want to get to know you. They want to be your friend. They want to be able to help you both with your academic goals, your personal goals, as well as just help you grow in your faith. And which is just amazing to have that care and compassion that they want to provide for our students. And I always suggest talk to your professors about different opportunities of what you're interested in, and they would love to set up different opportunities or just internships, stuff like that for you and get you connected, which is really cool. Otherwise, they're huge community influencers. They really care about our community. They're here not just for the paycheck. They're here to be with you guys and give back to the community, which is really cool that they're just passionate for our students and seeing them succeed. That's really what they're here for, is to help teach you and help you succeed in both your career and with the future. But last thing here is just all of our majors have a cross-cultural global learning trip experience that you can go on all over the world. We require internships in all of our majors, as well as 10% of our student population is international students from over 32 countries. But, cool. Awesome.
Thanks, Tyler, for presenting Northwest University. I know the 6 minutes flies by, but be sure to get your contact information in the chat or key links for follow-up. So that is a reminder to all of our attendees, please keep your eye on the chat so you can grab, copy, paste, or hit those links so you can follow up after today and get more information about each of these campuses. All right, we're moving on to our next school. We're going to be hearing all about Gonzaga University.
Hey friends, my name's Nate. I'm an associate director of admission here at Gonzaga, and happy to talk quickly about kind of who we are and what we're trying to accomplish. We're a Jesuit Catholic university located here in Spokane, Washington. And so Spokane, of course, on the east side of the state of Washington. This is our campus down here. Spokane River runs on the south edge. Downtown Spokane is just on the other side of the river. Spokane is the second largest city in the state of Washington with about 750,000 people in the metro area. Our campus is a very traditional college campus with big brick buildings and green spaces. And you know you're on that college campus, but the urban life of downtown Spokane is just about a 15-minute walk away. Our students also love to go play outside, and that's very true for all of us out here in the Intermountain Northwest, but 5 ski resorts with an hour-and-a-half drive, awesome mountain biking, rock climbing, all of that. So our location allows our students to be connected to that city life while also being able to go play outside. We have 5 academic colleges on campus for our undergraduates and majors all over the board. We've got the College of Arts and Sciences. This is going to be home to popular majors in biology, biochemistry. We have a medical school on campus in partnership with the University of Washington. In fact, it's the WWAMI program. So for those of y'all from Montana, Gonzaga is your in-state medical school. And so that's a really great opportunity for those students. So great health sciences, really strong in political science, psychology, sociology, those social sciences. We have a law school on campus. We're the only law school on the east side of the Cascades in the state of Washington. Other popular programs are communications programs and our arts and performing arts programs. We have an incredibly strong School of Business. You major in either business administration or accounting, and then you choose a concentration in like marketing, finance, supply chain management, one of those things. Marketing, finance, accounting, and entrepreneurship have all been ranked in the top 25 undergraduate business programs by US News. Really, really strong School of Business, great internship opportunities. Those of you who want to go into education, we've got teacher certification programs that you can get done in 4 years. We also have majors in special education, physical education, and kinesiology, as well as community, culture, and language, which is focused on educating teachers to teach those who are most marginalized in our current academic settings. We have an incredibly strong engineering program, consistently ranked a top 25 undergraduate engineering program in the entire country. We're actually just in the next couple of weeks going to open a brand new integrated science and engineering facility with 64,000 square feet of new lab spaces and innovative learning environments. Really strong computer science program. So those of y'all who have that interest in STEM, Gonzaga does that really, really well. We also have a strong nursing program, and then human physiology, which is perfect for those students who want to go into the health sciences. Occupational therapy, physical therapy, pre-med, pre-dent, whatever it may be, studying the human physiology is really important. Our nursing program is direct admit, so you have to apply directly to it. Our engineering programs are direct admit as well. Talking about our students, we've got about 5,000 undergraduate students, a beautiful size that allows it to feel big where you want it to feel big. But the average class size is 23 and 100% of your classes are taught by professors. So you've got that focus on a small liberal arts education within just a little bit bigger community. Over 80% of our students come from over 200 miles away. Our students are coming from all over the country and all over the world to make their way to campus here. What that means is our students don't commute to campus. When they live on campus and play on campus, Gonzaga becomes that home away from home. When you talk to Zags, either on campus or out in the real world, what you'll hear from them is just an incredibly strong student community, alumni community. That idea of community is really important. Our students are very, very active. They don't sit around all day. They get involved in clubs and organizations. They study abroad. We're actually 3rd in the country for highest percentage students who spend at least a semester abroad. We have our own campus over in Florence, Italy, as well as 50 other programs. We do a ton of service on campus. It's really important to note, as a Jesuit university, whatever faith you're coming from, you're welcome on campus, you're supported on campus, whatever your race, your religion, your gender identity, your sexual orientation, you're supported on campus and you're welcome on this campus. That idea of diversity is both from your identities as well as diversity of thought is incredibly important to Gonzaga's education. There's no chapel requirement. There's no faith statement you have to sign. Truly, Gonzaga is exactly as religious as our students want it to be. We have incredibly strong faculty members, and many of our students go on to do internships. We try and make the admission process easy. We have one application deadline. It's December 1st. You use the common application to apply to Gonzaga. That's the only way to apply to GU. We are a test optional university. Those of y'all who have an SAT or an ACT score that you want to submit, we're happy to look at it. Those of you who either haven't taken the test or don't have a test score that you feel like represents who you are, you have the same access to merit-based scholarships, to our direct admit programs, to literally everything. We're truly test optional. 98% of our students receive some sort of scholarship or financial aid. Average aid package is right around $32,000. And one more thing, we have a scholarship specific for Montana students. So look at the Charlotte Y. Martin scholarship there. Thanks all for your time.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Nate, for sharing all about Gonzaga. We're on to our sixth presentation. We're going to be learning all about the Academy of Interactive Entertainment.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Kate. I am a representative and a recent graduate of the Academy of Interactive Entertainment. And I'm just going to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we offer here. So we are based in the heart of downtown Seattle. I could actually lean back and look out my window at the Space Needle right now. We have a small campus on the 4th floor of the Armory building. And we offer these 4 different courses here in game development and film, VFX for film. So our programs are an advanced diploma in professional game development and film. We have courses for game art and animation, game programming, and game design and production, as well as 3D animation and VFX for film. So you can basically our classes are set up we are a two-year institution, and our classes are designed to replicate the studio environment. So you don't really take like a course of classes. You are just participating in basically one course that you take from beginning to end. Let me move on to the next slide here. So all of our all of our intellectual property policies are designed so that the students can keep all of the intellectual property that they create here at AIE. The only thing that we want is just to be able to use it to market the school essentially and say, hey, these people made this here at AIE. But if you create a game here with us and you want to continue on with that after you graduate, then you totally can. We'll let you have it. We don't want to hang on to any of that or prevent anybody from taking their intellectual property with them when they graduate from us. Like I was saying earlier, our instruction is designed to mimic the studio environment. So you will be working in a studio with your instructor, who's basically like your creative director. They give you, the outline for your projects, what you'll be doing for your assessments, and then you work in teams with other students or sometimes on your own, just in that open studio environment. Our class schedules are consistent. So you attend class 2.5 days of the week, either the first half of the week or the second half, and that remains exactly the same throughout your entire time here at AIE. So it is very good for, if you have to have a job on the side, if you're going to be doing anything else outside of school, it's very good for like a work-school balance. Our faculty is all industry professionals. They're all people who have worked on games and film. We have instructors who have worked for DreamWorks and Valve and a bunch of different studios and have actual industry experience. All of the technology and educational resources that we are things that we provide. So you don't have to pay any extra costs for textbooks or anything like that. It's all just here on campus for you to use. Our programs are all hands-on. That studio environment allows you the chance to work directly with industry standard programs, learn how to use things that you'll be actually using in the field, and get a real hands-on experience with all of that. Our academic curriculum is also adjusted every year by a board. We have a board of advisors who are also game industry professionals who make sure that they vet our curriculum and make sure that everything is up to date so that you are getting constantly consistent education that's going to get you a job in the games industry currently. If you are interested in attending AIE, we have a virtual open house, which would be easier for a lot of you since you're all in Montana. You can just go ahead and log into that. It's the next one is on November 13th. Our instructors will give presentations about our curriculum, answer questions, talk about jobs that you can get in the industry, pathways to the industry, that kind of thing. We'll also cover like our admissions requirements. And for that, just a brief overview, we are a portfolio-based admissions process. So we don't require any test scores. We do ask for high school transcripts, but we don't have any kind of, you just provide us with some examples of your artwork and do an interview with our faculty to get into the program, basically. So, and then we have a clear outline of what is required for our portfolios for each program. So here is our location, the Seattle Center Armory. We have a generic email that you can reach out to. My information is also here at the bottom of the screen. If you would like to reach out to me directly, if you have any questions. And I believe that is going to be it for me right now.
Great. Thank you so much, Kate, for presenting on AIE. All right, we still have a few minutes together. I want to make sure that everyone's able to get contact information out of the chat and all of our representatives can get that info in there. Also, any Q&A questions that you might be thinking about now, maybe something someone referenced and you'd love to have a quick link or an answer, that Q&A button is still there. So while that's happening, we are actually going to do a little bit of live Q&A. So I'd love to welcome each representative to come back on screen. So one representative from each school. And we're going to go in the exact same order that you presented. So we're going to start with Tori at Idaho State, work all the way to Kate at AIE. When the person ahead of you finishes, just feel free to turn your microphone back on and answer. I won't call on you in between. We'll just kind of free flow from one person to the next. So the first question I have is advice that you would give someone going through the college search process, because all of you are definitely the pros at this and have so much great information to share to help students and families navigate the college search. So Tori, take it away.
Yeah, I think the biggest piece of advice I have is to go visit the campus that you're thinking of, the schools you're thinking of. I know that for me, I went to Idaho State University, and visiting campus is what solidified it for me that I actually wanted to go to ISU. So no matter what school you're considering, try to go visit it, try to see what the campus is going to be like.
Yeah, for me, it would be to use your counselors as resources. We're here to help you. A lot of us go into this profession because we love it. We know not necessarily for the money, but we love what we do. We love students. And so use us as resources. We've been through the process. We know our individual institutions well. And so we're here to help as much as we can. So if you have questions, reach out to somebody that you can talk to and really get some answers from instead of reading the websites. Maybe sometimes they can be confusing. And so that's what we're here for. So reach out to admissions counselors.
I think one piece of advice I would give as you go through your search is don't count a school out just because, maybe it's too expensive or it's too far away. If you are interested, give it a shot. And that way, you have every option in front of you when you get to that point. I didn't even look at private schools when I'm a first generation college student, and I didn't think I could afford them. And I wish someone would have told me like, hey, no, try it first. And so just don't count a school out if you're at least even a little interested.
Yeah, for me, I would say go through the whole application process. And like Cassandra was saying, you don't know what scholarships you can get and everything until you filled out the whole application process and gone through that. So I would just say go through that application process, get all your pieces in, and then you can make your decision. You don't know the school until you've gone through the steps and then again visited as well and can picture yourself on that campus. So.
Hard to follow all that. Great advice. I guess in the Jesuit idea, just make sure you reflect on what it is that you're looking for out of a school, because I think that there are a lot of options out there. And if you're thinking, location, size, open up that search, because I think that there are a lot of really, really great opportunities for education throughout the Pacific Northwest and throughout this country. And folks like us are here to help you with that reflection.
I think the best piece of advice that I have to offer would be to just don't be afraid of getting locked into something. Things can always change. I know that a lot of universities are totally fine with you changing majors, that kind of thing. Just don't let that kind of uncertainty hold you back from getting into some kind of higher education. I know I personally attended a university at first, and that didn't work out for me. And then I found AIE, and I found that was that just the slightly alternative learning style was a little bit easier for me. So there's always time for change. And don't feel like you're going to be stuck in something if you're not sure what it is that you want to do.
I love the advice. I also love when people are nodding heads along the way, because I hope that also tells everyone watching, whether live or on the recording, that like, this is real information, check it out. And these are real people who want to answer your questions and help. All right, so to end us on a great note, and sorry about that wonky screen share that might have happened to everybody, Zoom life, right? We've been living that. So here we go, giving this another shot. I'd love to end on a great note of hearing from each of you. One last thing, one key takeaway that you want everyone who's watching this to remember about your school. We'll go in the exact same order. So thanks, Tori.
Yeah, I think a key takeaway is that we're a WUI school, so we can help make it affordable for you guys to go out of state if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, I think the University of Idaho is just the opportunity to merge both Vandal Ventures and academics all together and being a part of the Vandal family. So it's just a great environment to mix both of your passions.
Yeah, at PLU, I think it's a great school for global inquiry. So if you're interested in studying abroad or learning on a global perspective, we're going to be a really great fit for you.
For Northwest University, we're huge on community and building just discipleship with faith and just helping you guys grow in that, and as well as with great internships in the area. So.
Yeah, I think Gonzaga gets to be in a unique position where we get to be nationally ranked in the top 80 of all universities on that national university list. And we also get to admit almost 70% of the students who apply to us. And so Gonzaga gets to be kind of that accessible national university here in the Intermountain Northwest.
AIE is a highly specialized school that only offers courses in game development. So we also have very, very strong ties to the entertainment industry. So if you have your heart set on films or games, we will get you there 100%. That is exactly what our mission statement is to prepare students for the game and film industry.
I'm so glad we did that. This has been one of the best groups of responses to these questions. And I hope that for everyone watching, this is just a great reminder. Maybe it was a state that drew you here, maybe it was one of the schools, but I hope you're now thinking, I have a lot more options I need to check out and explore after getting just that sneak peek of these 6 minutes today. Thank you to all of our representatives too. You have done an amazing job sharing not just those facts and figures and financial aid and dates, but just the energy, the excitement and passion you have for your students' experience in and outside the classroom. And remember, everyone watching, 6 minutes is just a sneak peek. There is so much more for you to go learn, explore, and ask these admissions counselors questions. All right, so as we are wrapping up today, here's the logistics. When you close your screen, you are going to be directed to a very quick 5-question survey. We appreciate any feedback that you can provide. Don't forget, we have another round of programming for Montana students. We hope you'll sign up to join us. And also don't forget, this session, as well as all of the sessions, are being recorded. They'll be posted in the coming days at that same website where you registered, strivesgang.com/Montana virtual. So we hope that you'll watch this again, share it with family and friends, or learn about some other great campus communities. All right, everyone, thanks again for taking time out of your day. We really appreciate it and wish you all the best in the upcoming year. Bye.